Today in the chapter 6, that is the triangles, we are first going to do the theorem 6.1 and 6.2. As you can see, the theorem 6.12 is the statement here given is, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. So what is the meaning of this? Just looking here, suppose if it is given that we have a triangle ABC. Now in triangle ABC it is given that DE is parallel to BC. We have to prove that AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. Now in order to show this, now I hope the statement is clear now. So looking at once again the statement, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect, so D is parallel to BC intersecting AB and AC at point D and E. Now then they divide it in the ratio, in the same ratio, or means in proportion. That is, we have to show that AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. Now first we need to do the construction. So in the construction, what we are going to do, we are joining this B with E, we are joining this C with D, then we are joining or drawing the perpendicular EN and DM. EN and DM. Now how to prove it? So looking at carefully, now as you can see here, we are taking the area of triangle ADE. So where is triangle ADE? So we have this triangle ADE. So this is our triangle ADE. This is our triangle ADE. Now in this triangle ADE, so its area is half into base into height. So what is the base here? Base is here AD. Base is the AD. Then what is the height here? Height is EN. Height is EN. You can see the perpendicular here. That is EN is the height here. So its area is half into AD into EN. In the same way, we can also write area of BD, area of triangle BDE. So area of triangle BDE, this triangle, is equals to half into base into height. Now when we say D, as we can see, now the height is EN. Now why the height is EN? So looking at why the height is EN, so as we can see, looking at this figure carefully, now as we can see here, this is an obtuse angle triangle. Suppose this is our point D and this is our point C and this is the point E. So as we all know that in the obtuse angle triangle, the perpendicular lies outside the triangle, outside the line triangle. This is the reason why we have taken EN as a height or the perpendicular for this. Now likewise, what we are doing now, we are just writing the area of ADE, the same triangle ADE, this triangle only. Now as we can see here in this triangle ADE, now if we are taking base as AE, if we are taking base as AE, then if base is AE, then DM is perpendicular. So here area of AD is half into AE into DM. This is equation number 3. Then area DEC, now we are considering this area DEC. Now in this triangle, half into base into height. So half into base, base is here EC into DM. Base is EC and DM is the height. As you know why this is so. Now what we are doing after this, we are just writing the ratios, means dividing the equation 1 and equation 2. So area AD over area BD is equals to half into AD into EN over half into DB into EN. So half and half cancel out, then EN is cancel out. So we have area AD over area BD is equals to AD over DB. This is our equation A. Then if we divide third and the fourth, then we have area ADE over area DEC is equals to half into AE into DM over half into EC into DM. So we have half AD over DEC is equals to AE over EC. Half and half cancel out, DM and DM cancel out. Now we have to show that these are equal. So how to show this? So just looking here, as we all know, that if we have the triangles, like triangle BDE and triangle CED. So if we see here, both the triangles have the same base DE, lying with the same parallels DE and BC. Lying with the same parallel DE and BC, it means area of both the triangle is equal, that is area of BDE triangle is equals to triangle area DEC. Now so hence we can write that area ADE over area BDE is equals to area ADC E over area DEC, that is from A and B, AD over DB is equals to AE over EC. So this is the provement of BPT theorem. This is known as BPT theorem or the Thales theorem. So this is one of the very important theorem. Now then moving towards the next theorem, that is theorem 6.2 of our book. So this theorem is, yes, looking at this now, this theorem is, if a line divides any two sides of a triangle, if a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio. So here DE is a line dividing the side AB and AC in the same ratio, then the line is parallel to third side, then it means DE should be parallel to BC. So now this is clear that D is a line which is dividing AB and AC in the same ratio. So triangle ABC and a line DE intersecting AB at D and AC at E, such that AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. Now we have to show that D is parallel to BC. So for this, what we are going to do in the construction, we are saying draw DE dash, draw DE dash parallel to BC, draw DE dash parallel to BC. Now moving forward, if we see here, now since D is parallel to BC, or since DE dash is parallel to BC as we have taken, so from the first theorem what we have done just now only, that is if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides at distinct points, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. So according to the first theorem, what we will have to write, what we are getting, we are getting this, we are getting that AD over DB, AD over DB is equals to AE dash over E dash C, and as we already know that AD over DB is given equals to AE over EC, AD over DB is equals to given AE over EC. Now from equation 1 and 2, what we have result as AE dash over E dash C is equals to AE over EC. Now if we add 1 to both the sides, what we'll get here, we'll get here E dash C as a denominator, that is LCM. So it means this will be AE plus E dash C over E dash C is equals to AE plus EC over EC. Now then we have here, on solving this, what we are getting, we are getting here AE dash plus E dash C, that is equals to AC, AE plus EC is equals to AC. So we can see here we have AC over E dash C is equals to AC over EC. So AC and AC cancel out, so we have 1 over E dash C is equals to 1 over EC, that is EC is equals to E dash C. So this is only possible when E and E dash coincides, means when they are lying on the same point. So these are not two different points, these are the same points or one point only. So since DE dash is parallel to BC, so therefore D is parallel to BC. It means if a line is dividing two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then it is parallel to the third side, that means D is parallel to BC. So in this way we have proved this. Then after this we will start the exercise 6. Students, we are going to start the exercise 6.2 of the chapter number 6. Now in this exercise, the very first question is in the given figure, as you can see in the first and the second part, DE is parallel to BC. So it is given DE is parallel to BC, and here we have to find the value of EC. In the same way, in the second figure also D is parallel to BC and we have to find the value of AD. So as we know, since D is parallel to BC, it means by the theorem BPT, yes, that is the theorem 6.1 BPT, or we call it as theorem. So by this theorem, now what we can write here, we can write here that AD upon DB is equals to A upon EC. In the same way, we have 1.5 over 3 is equals to 1 over EC. So on solving this, the result is equals to, so we are getting the value of EC, which is equals to 2 centimeter. And the same in the second figure, since again D is given parallel to BC. So using the BPT theorem, we have here AD over DB is equals to A over EC. So that is putting the values. So we have AD over 7.2 is equals to 1.8 over 5.4. No, so that will be So that will be equals to AD equals to, we have here 2.4 centimeter. Now in the question number 2, if E and F are the points on the side PQ and PR of a respectively of a triangle PQR, as we can see here in this figure. So PQ and PR, and for each of the following cases state whether EF is parallel to QR or not. EF is, so this, in order to show that this is parallel, so if what we are doing here, if we able to find the ratios of the different sides of the triangle are in proportion, then we can say that that it is parallel to, EF is parallel to QR. This is totally based on the theorem 6.2. So looking here in the very first question, it is given PE is equals to 3.9, EQ is equals to 4 centimeter, PF is equals to 3.6 centimeter, and FR is equals to 2.4 centimeter. So what we can do here, as we can see here, so that value of P is given, the value of EQ is given, the value of PF given, is value of FR is given. So we just find their ratios. Like here we have written PE over EQ is equals to 3.9 upon 4, that is 0.75 centimeter. Then moving forward, we have PF over FR is equals to 3.6 over 2.4, which is equals to 1.2. As we can see, the ratio is not coming equals, so it means that the EF does not divide the side PQ and PR of a triangle PQR in the same ratio. So therefore EF is not parallel to QR. Then moving towards the second part, it is given that PE is equals to 4 centimeter and Q is equals to 4.5 centimeter, PF is equals to 8 centimeter, and RF is equals to 9 centimeter. Okay, so how to solve this? Just looking here, same way we are finding the ratios. So as we can see the ratios here, so as we can see that it is given PE over EQ is equals to 4 over 4.5 is equals to 8 upon 9. Then we have PF over FR is equals to 8 upon 9 centimeter. So now we can see both have the equal ratios. So when both have the equal ratios, it means that EF divides the side PQ and PR in the same ratio. Now in the third part, if we see here, it is given PQ is equals to 1.28 and PR is equals to 2.56, P is 0.18 and PF is equals to 3.6. So here, since the length of the whole side is given, if we move forward and we just see here in this figure, so it is given like this: PE over PQ, or PE length is given and PQ length is given, PF length is given and PR length is given. So suppose if we have to find the length of EQ, then it will be, EQ will be PQ minus PE. In the same way, suppose if you have to find the length of FR, so FR is equals to PR minus PF. So this we are using. So just moving forward, yes, so EQ is equals to PQ minus PE, which is equals to EQ is equals to PQ minus P, which is equals to 1.28 minus 0.18, that is 1.10. Then ER is equals to PR minus PF, which is equals to 2.56 minus 0.36, that is 2.20. Now we are finding the ratio of PQ over EQ, that is 9 upon 55, PR over FR, that is 9 upon 55. So again the ratio is coming equal. So when the ratio is equal, it means that therefore EF divides the PQ and PR of the triangle PQR in the same ratio, and therefore EF is parallel to QR. Then in the next question number 3, as you can see, it is given that in a given figure LM is parallel to CB and LN is parallel to CD. Prove that AM upon AB is equals to AN upon AD. AM upon AB is equals to AN upon AD. So now looking at the figure carefully, one of the interesting questions are these. So we have in triangle ABC, LM is parallel to CB. So therefore we have AM over AB is equals to AL over AC. Then likewise, if we consider triangle ACD, then we have here AL over AC is equals to AN over AD. Now from equation 1 and 2, we have AM over AB is equals to AN over AD. So this we have to prove. So it means if the concepts are clear, things are very easy. Then moving towards the fourth question, if we see in the fourth question, so it is given that D is parallel to AC. So it is given D is parallel to AC, and it is also given that DF is parallel to AE. DF is parallel to AE. So we have here DE is parallel to AC and DF is parallel to AE. This is given. Now we have to prove that BE over FE is equals to BE over AC. So how to prove this? Look here. So now as we can see here, in triangle BCA, if we consider the triangle BCA, then it is given that DE is parallel to AC. So again by BPT theorem we have BE over EC is equals to BD over DA. BE over EC is equals to BD over DA. Then we have next in triangle B, if DF is parallel to AE, if DF is parallel to AE, then what we'll get? We'll get the equation as BE over FE is equals to BD over DA, again by BPT. So it means from first and second equation the result is BF over FE is equals to BE over EC. So in this way we can easily prove this. Now moving towards the question number 5. In the given figure, D is parallel to OQ and DF is parallel to OR. Show that EF is parallel to QR. So this we have to show. So what is given here? DE, as we can see in this figure, DE is parallel to OQ. Then we have DF. DF is parallel to OR. And then we have EF. EF is parallel to QR. So now in the question number 5, if we see here, so this is given. Now solving this, so now we can see here in triangle PQO, in triangle PQO, so as we know D is parallel to OQ, so it means by BPT we have P over EQ is equals to PD over OD. Then in triangle POR, we have DF parallel to OR. So it means PD over DO is equals to PF over FR, again by BPT. So from equation 1 and 2 we have PE over EQ is equals to PF over FR. We have PE over EQ is equals to PF over FR. So this is by the therefore EF is parallel to QR. This is by the converse of BPT. Then in the question number 6 they are saying in a given figure A, B and C are the points OP and OQ and OR respectively, such that AB is parallel to PQ and AC is parallel to PR. Show that BC is parallel to QR. So if you look at the figure, so what is given here? It is given that AB is parallel to PQ. So AB is parallel to PQ and AC is parallel to PR and AC is parallel to PR, and what we have to prove that BC is parallel to QR. So in this question, if we see in this question, so it is given that AB is parallel to PQ and AC is parallel to PR. We have to show that BC is parallel to QQ. So this is given, this is to prove construction, we have joined BC. Now in triangle OPQ, if we consider triangle OPQ, as we can see this parallel, so again by BPT, OA over AP is equals to OA over AP is equals to OB over BQ. Then in triangle OPR, since AC is parallel to PQ, so therefore again OA over AP is equals to OC over CR. So from equation 1 and 2 we have observed that we have OB over BQ is equals to OC over CR. It means that dividing the sides in the same ratio. So again by the converse of BPT, that is basic proportionality theorem, BC is parallel to QR. Then moving towards the question, at the question number 7th, using theorem 6.1, prove that the line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to the other side bisect the third side. Okay, this theorem we have done in the class 9th, if you remember that. Yes, in the chapter triangles. Very good. So what is this theorem known as? If you just give little stress on your mind, then what you find, what is the actual name of this? Yes, so its name is the converse of midpoint theorem. So how to solve this? Look here. Now, so in a triangle ABC in which D is the midpoint of the side AB and the D is parallel to BC, so meeting AC at point E to prove that AE is equals to EC. So since D is parallel to BC, it is given yeah, since D is parallel to EC is given, so we have BC is given, so we have AD over DB is equals to AE over AC. This is by BPT theorem. But as we know, AD is equals to DB, so it means AD over DB is equals to 1, so it means AE over EC is also equals to 1. In place of this we can write 1, so it means the result is A is equals to EC. The result is A is equals to CC, A is equals to EC, so hence E is the midpoint of the side AC. Now then we have the eighth question. The eighth question, using theorem 6.2, prove that the line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. Recall that we have done in class 9th. Yes, this is midpoint theorem. So the complete statement was, as we have done, is parallel to third side and half of it. Now considering this a triangle ABC in which D and E are the midpoints of the side AB and AC respectively, so we can see here, so as we can see here, it is given like this. So D is parallel to BC is given, where this AD is equals to DB is given, then AE is equals to EC is given. So now if we see here, AD is equals to DB and AE is equals to EC, so can we write AD upon DB is equals to 1? Can we write AE upon EC is equals to 1? So both are equals to 1, it means AD over DB is equals to AE over AC is equals to 1, so it means AD over DB is equals to AE over EC. This means that that D and E are the points dividing the sides AC, AB and AC in the same ratio. Therefore, this is by the converse of the midpoint theorem, so we can say that D is parallel to BC. So this is by the converse of midpoint theorem, we can say that D is parallel to BC. Now in question number 9, that is given ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to DC and its diagonal intersect each other at the point O. Show that AO over OB is equals to CO over DO. So how to show that? First try to understand what is given in the question and what we have to prove. So look here. So given in the question is ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to DC and the diagonal AC and BD intersect at point O. So this is clear. Now we have to prove that AO over BO is equals to CO over OD. So construction, we have just drawn a line EO. As you can see here, the line EO is parallel to AB, that is OE is parallel to DC also, because in case of trapezium, as we know, the opposite sides are parallel, only one pair. Now in triangle ADC, if we consider triangle ADC, in triangle ADC what we have here? We have here E over ED. Now as we know that this DE, this O is parallel to DC, so we can say AE over ED is equals to AO over OC. Then in triangle ABD, if we consider the triangle ABD, in triangle ABD we have ED over AE is equals to DO over BO. We can say here ED, so we can write here ED over AE is equals to BO over OD. So now then from equation 1 and 2 we have AE over AD is equals to BO over OD. Now after this what we will do? We can just do the cross multiplication or alternate we can apply. So that means we can here write A over CO is equals to BO over DO or A over BO is equals to CO over DO. So in this way we have proved it. Now moving towards the question number 10, that is what is given in the question number 10, that the diagonals of a quadrilateral ABCD intersect each other at point O such that AO over BO is equals to CO over DO. Show that ABCD is a trapezium. Now we have to show that ABCD is a trapezium. So first we will try to understand with the help of the figure. So if you look here carefully, the first part is what is given in the question. It is given that ABCD is a quadrilateral, ABCD is a quadrilateral, fine, and then it is given that AO over BO is equals to A over BO is equals to OC over OD, okay, and so that is AO over CO is equals to BO over OD, okay, we can write in this way. Now we have to prove that it is a trapezium. So it is actually what we have done the previous question, it is a converse of it, okay. It means if we have to show it is a trapezium, it means we need to show that AB is parallel to DC, because one pair of the sides should be parallel. So what we are going to do, we are again drawing OE is parallel to, we are drawing a line that is OE parallel AB meeting AD at E, as we can see here in the construction. Now in triangle ADB, the same way in triangle ADB, so we have DE over EA is equals to OD over BO, this is by the BPT, or that is we can write it EA over DA is equals to BO over OD. Then the next step is, it is given in the question that, so we can write a EA over DE is equals to BO over OD is equals to A over OC, as we can see here from here. So all are equal, it means A over OC is equals to B over OD, it means E over D is equals to A over CO. So thus it means in triangle E and O are the points in triangle, as we can see in the triangle. O is the point dividing the side AD and AC in the same ratio. Therefore, by the converse of BPT, we have EO parallel to DC. So we have EO parallel to DC, as we can see in the figure. So EO is parallel to CD, and it is already given that EO is parallel to AB by construction. So it means AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD or DC. So therefore ABCD is a trapezium because one of the pair of opposite side is parallel. So in this way we have done this exercise. Okay, so thank you very much.